Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, rocking P Funk, doing what I do in the living room for you. Today, right on 25 Road to Live By, storytelling story with a message is about to get hectic up in here. For life, these are life lessons. I'm bringing it to you as best I could. You turning and receiving them. I hope you enjoying them. Let's go. You know what I do. Right Thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Getting to know yourself a little bit better from the spiritual aspect. That's where we're going. Right Thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline that I live daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my goal, to get you there. All right, thinker. If you're a right thinker, you want to know who you are. I can help you out with that. Let's go. Now, question I'm gonna ask you. This is a question you should have answered for yourself. Know thyself. Do you know you? Let me give you a few options. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Don't be them. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I ain't going there, but that's a religious thing. Okay? A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can wake you up. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I have the knowledge to wake you up. Mm-hmm. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. You got to keep the balance in your life. Because if you fall for that other thing, balance is going to be off. And you're going to wonder why. Why? No balance. No truth. Let's go. Today, right thinkers, let's talk about how right thinking philosophy gets you to God without religion. I use spiritual knowledge. Okay? That's not religion. It's not religious. It's philosophical points of view that you can learn and understand and put them to in effect, aka manifest it, and for yourself, you will get to know yourself a lot better than having somebody tell you. So let's go. As a master right thinking, yeah, I know having knowledge of self gets you to God. Why? It got me there. I tell my pastor, no disrespect, but my man, I got to where you are, and I didn't read their book, their Bible verse out the book. So please understand that. So as we communicate and as we conversing, we do that every day. But I'm respectfully understanding his points of view from the biblical aspect, which I never done before. So I can't say yay or nay. I'm a student of biblical knowledge at this point. Okay, I'm a master of my right thinking knowledge. That's not my issue. I go to church to get biblical knowledge, respectfully. So understand that. But let me say something to you. I'm a teacher of spiritual philosophical concepts. That's knowledge, what we call spiritual knowledge, aka God knowledge. I can teach you that. I can give you that. You have to learn it, live it, and do it for yourself. In any religious concept, in any philosophical concept, you still have to put the work in. I know you can't get to me. I know you can get to God without the Bible. No disrespect again, and that's my point. There's many ways to get to the Creator. He made it that way. Why? So there's nobody got no lock on it. Nobody can monopolize. I got the way to God, like some religious people claim. God is a free agent for all those who can tap in, understand, and get to Him. He take them all. I told you, I told my pastor, I was sent to find a good, God fearing man. And the only one through my life that I know who was a God fearing man is my pastor from over 40 years ago. So he'd been doing this religious thing for over 40 years. And I got nothing but respect and admiration for how he lived his life. That's why I trust him with teaching me biblical concepts that he lived by. And I'm learning them. And guess what? I'm manifesting it for myself. So I got no issue with religion or Christians. It's the philosophical points of view that people project from it that I have the issues with. So please understand that. I know God. Excuse me. No, I fellowship with religious people. to learn religious concepts from their perspective for myself. I don't want to say something about something I don't know. When I talk about church, I'm talking about what I know in church. When I give you concept of church, I'm giving you what I see and what I've learned over the years. But what I'm doing now, I go to church. I'm in church. I know church. Now, excuse me. And I know like anything else, you create something for the good, they're going to find the bad in it. They're going to misuse it. They're going to abuse it. God gives you the opportunity to do just what you think you should do. God of your understanding, Allah, Shiva, Jehovah. You can call him whatever you want. But to serve him means to know him. Learn and understand him. That way you can serve him better. He don't want ignorant servants. He got a bunch of them running around. I believe in God. I believe in God, and wilding out acting a fool. You may believe in it, but you ain't showing it. That's the difference, okay? And if you profess to be religious, you got to live you got to walk a certain way. I walk a spiritual lifestyle. Yeah, I walk a different lifestyle. I know that. I put it that way. Being spiritual does not mean you're religious. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I fellowship with religious people. I work with religious concept people, but I'm a spiritual person. They who I work with, they who know me, know that about me, so I don't have a problem presenting myself. I found God, or no, God came to me for the work I was doing daily as a right thinking philosopher. I was living out my views and my concepts, and it got me closer to God through meditation, my yoga, and how I live. All those things are ingredients to help you get to your maker, get you to know yourself. My life experiences, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, all those things come into play. Now I got everything I need to do what I need to do, which is teach and instruct you to know you. I know God. I love God. I teach others how to get to God's attention so they can have the same feeling I have and the same understanding I have. If you claim to know God, but you're not living godly, you're not on the same plane with me. I'm spiritual. I don't just know God. I don't just believe in God. I serve him. I'm a servant. And if you are a true follower of God, that's what you are. Why? You minister words God. That's what I was told I was doing. So I fall right in line. I'm just doing my work to help others find God for themselves. That's my job I do for God. The pay is the best. We're going to talk about that. I call myself a spiritualist, a master teacher, all that good stuff. Why? A sage. Why? I'm living a spiritual lifestyle, first of all, and that's the definition of where I live. So I got the title. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not big on titles. Trust me. If you're not living what the title said, don't wear the title. I'm just saying. So don't get it twisted. I am spiritual. My human experiences are not my religious concept. No, my human experience is lessons in life. That's what I give you. It's not religious based, not religion at all. I know for myself, knowing God is a spiritual thing, not a religious thing. Religious people, religion is to link you back to the essence of who you are. If you don't know the definition, that the thing that you're following, you should get information. You should get knowledge. Belief is not knowledge. Faith is not knowledge. Studying, practicing, putting in the work, that's knowledge. I'm a master of spiritual knowledge, not biblical knowledge. I keep explaining that to you. I have philosophical concepts that I live by, that I base my life on. I call those Maya principles. I call them truths. Why? I know them to be that. So I can teach spiritual knowledge to religious people. That's right thinking philosophy. I can teach it to anybody who wants to learn it. I'm not trying to argue and fight with you to change. No, I ain't got time for none of that. I'm just teaching a concept that I know you're not familiar with. That's why I teach it. I put my trust in myself. That's God. That's why knowing thyself is what right thinking philosophy teaches you. You can be what I can do all things through what? God who strengthens me. But I have to do the work to make it work. What's in me is more stronger than what's in the world. This is greater in me than is in the world. All that good philosophical points that the Bible teach and preach, I got a problem with that. Why? Because I understand it. I just don't see it lived out and being done by those who profess it. Calm down. I know right thinking philosophy is a good way of life. That will get God's blessings. If you live spiritually, you walk spiritually, you talk spiritually, you conduct yourself in a spiritual manner, that's God conscious. Y'all call it prayed up. I can care what y'all call it. I'm explaining what I do. I can give you the name of it, and I can define what it is. You can call it and define it, whatever you choose. I'm telling you what mine is. Okay, understand that. I know I don't believe in God. I keep saying that to you because belief and knowing is two different things. I use the example. We don't believe 2 plus 2 is 4. We know that. I don't believe in God. I know God. See, the example don't change. The concept won't change. When you know God for yourself, you become a right thinker. Why? You're thinking right on the right terms. Why? Because it's all internal. Just like the devil's manifested in the mind, he can only work through your mental concept. God is spirit the same way, but he give you life. So you ain't got to worry about trusting that. You know he's a good dude. The ego is not the devil. The ego is you identifying with yourself. You just going to do devilish things. Why? Because you're going to go against God's will, which is natural. Understand that. See, philosophically, I can break it down for you. I ain't got to sit and argue and go jabber jawing back and forth about what you think, what you believe. I'm going to tell it to you, I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm moving on. That's what I do for you. I teach, not preach. Here you go. Right thinking philosophy teaches you about God with philosophical knowledge, not beliefs. I'm not going to give you what I believe. Let me give you what I know, what I studied, what I professed, what I manifested. So I know it to be what I say it is. Why? Because I do it. Same thing with my drugs back in the day. I knew what they did. Why? I did them. Sorry. With knowledge of God, aka yourself, you can worship him in earnest. Why? It's all you. If you put your all into you will give you your all back in abundance. Ain't that what they philosophical say? That's what the concept is biblically. Again, I understand biblical terminology, but I know where it comes from. I do the origins of that biblical concept. Understand that, please. God knowledge is learning the ways of our ancient ancestors spiritually. But with knowledge, you just can't run around. I know God. I love God. Oh, praise the Lord. The Holy Ghost. Nothing about that. That's something new. Spiritual knowledge is being happy, being at peace with oneself. Knowing God for yourself puts you in that peace mode. That's why peace from within, not in the world. The world, they don't want to be at peace. You got to be at peace within yourself and you can deal with the world. Okay? God gave man mind, conscious, aka free will to what? To to get to him for yourself. You have a brain, you have a conscience. Once you put knowledge in that, you can think and do and produce for yourself. We're born to the world blank. We learn what we learn, but we already, the spirit keeps the consciousness with it so the heart understands. But for right now, you need to marry your heart with your mind. Heart, mind, coherence. That means your mind and your heart is working as one. Your emotions and your thought process come together as one. So you're not overly emotional, you're not overly thinking, you're on the same wavelength with that. That's called heart, mind, coherence. That's called right thinking. Sorry. All right, there you go, there you go. I know that if you serve God daily, he will bless you daily. I can prove it, I can justify it, and I know for it without a doubt that's how I live. So I can tell you that and let you know. All you gotta do is try it. Okay? Where we at? Okay, here we go. Now we wrapping it up. Okay. To know God is to love him, respect and live and be obedient to him. It's a spiritual mental thing. He ain't in the flesh. We're in the flesh. He's in the spirit and mind. You have to come to grips with that so that you know for yourself what you're thinking about, why you're thinking it, and understand who you're serving. About to wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in, but yeah, this is a little intense, so it's gonna get a little rough every now and then. I'm spiritual, not religious. Spiritual is knowing. Religion is believing. I draw the line between what I know and what I believe. I want you to understand there is a difference and there's a line. Don't Go blur lines. Why? Because your belief goes into effect of what you know. Yeah, you're blurred. Okay, black or white. If you got gray, that means they done came together. They should not mix. The yin should be here and the yang should be here. They can work in harmony, but they should not cross each other's paths, so to speak. Here you go. I'm proud of my spiritual mastery that I've accomplished. That way I teach. That's the reason why I teach right thing philosophy. Why? It's a good thing. It works for me. Maybe it can help somebody else out. And I'm picking up followers and I'm teaching them as I go. So I'm seeing some progress. I know you can learn to love God through what? Obtaining knowledge of Him, not belief of Him. I don't have a problem with that, but I want you to know Him for yourself. That's your life experiences. That's something that you can control. Why? You be obedient to Him. Here, take care of you. Once you get a little big to your britches, you want to do I and me, He's going to let you go and watch you flounder around, watch you cause all your life feathers, and then you're going to come back to Him big and please, oh, forgive me, I messed up. Yeah, you think? We don't move. We hold our point. I'm not changing my philosophical points of view. Why? I know what they do. I know what they are. I know what they can do. So I'm not going to change it for you. I know you, excuse me, that's the goal of right thinking philosophy. You learn God's ways and you live them. That's what religion teaches you from their perspective. You can't be spiritual and not have knowledge of God for yourself. Knowing thyself is knowing God. Knowing God is knowing thyself. You see the yin and the yang there? That's exactly how it's done. Last one. I'm learning religious concepts, which is fine. That's cool. But I'm a master of right thinking philosophical concepts. I'm good with that. That's what I teach. I don't teach biblical. I don't teach religion. I teach the truth spiritually. That's right thinking philosophy. Stick with me. I got you.